Going. Figured I'd hop on here and run a stream for you guys because I don't have anything else planned for the next couple of hours. So figured why not? This is one of our story mission cars, so figured I'd do the solid and clean the inside and the outside of this car because it was a total mess when it was brought in. Still a total mess and has a lot of repairs that are needed. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We are going to be doing some work on our project car today. Without a doubt, we are going to be buying some stuff for this and getting some stuff done to this so it's no longer a shell. So, you're not going to want to miss this. Alright, let's get into this guy. So obviously we can already tell without a shadow of a doubt that this thing is going to have some issues with it. So let's go ahead and let's just find out what all we need. We're going to run a scan on it really fast just to see. I believe we do have a full list on this car, so just help our XP a little bit. Let's see what he's got going on. So we need a medium intercooler, an oil pan radiator, some rims, a sport tire, and we have some things, 4 things that have not been discovered. Definitely need some body parts. Alright, so let's keep running our diagnostic test on this stuff just to see what we got, because 4 things have not been found. So if anything, they're more than likely suspension parts or something to do with up underneath the car. Because I'll read the what he had said happened to the car. This is what he said. He said, "Hey, don't ask me what happened to my car. I just wanted to impress this one girl, and I think I might have crossed some big bushes, some holes and stones, and I probably passed a cactus on the way, or even perhaps 2. Please spare me the reprimand as the purpose of the car. As to the purpose of this car, while you're at it, check the fluid level. The amount of sand I was quickly out of wiper fluid. It was worth it, though, is all I will say. Let me know how the repair goes." So, dude was trying to show off, and while he was showing off, he happened to take and, do a little slidey out in the desert, it looks like. Yeah, this belt's trashed. The alternator's trashed. It looks like his his steering rack is trashed. And one of his pipes for his exhaust is trashed. Let's get this thing lifted up so we can go ahead and pop the oil out of it. Then we will work on the body work as well. Unfortunately, his body work won't be painted as we don't have a paint booth yet, but we will do what we can. Yeah, take a look at that. Definitely did a number on this thing. I guess he thought this was a rally car. I mean, I guess in all aspects, I guess it kind of looks like a Focus RS to me, so, I mean, in technical terms, I guess technically it could be, so go ahead and get this stuff off of it so we can get that rack down. This rim is completely trashed. Let's go ahead and pop this guy out. And we didn't exactly have to do that, but didn't exactly have to pull out that I'm drawing up a blank, and I literally just saw what it was for the axle. Man, drawing up a blank bad. It's fine though. Everything is fine. Pull the steering rack out. Sweet. We're gonna go back here and check on some of the back here. Make sure he didn't trash anything back here. Check on our list and see if we oh, yep, got all 4 of the things that we were missing. go ahead and we'll put those on there so he didn't destroy anything in the back. The brack. Nice. Wow. I am having trouble today. Alright. Let's go ahead and put what we already know that he definitely needs without a shadow of a doubt in here. And we will go ahead and buy those. Jezzy Bug, what are you doing? I'm trying to check on the puppy because she likes to get into things. Alright, that's good. Steering rack, $800 for that. That's expensive. Alright, that should be in the electronics section. Not bad. Alright, let's put this rack back in. We will put his oil pan back in. Put this front exhaust section back in. I'll have to put his alternator back in from the hood of the car. Surprisingly, he didn't destroy these inner tie rods and the outer tie rods and the axle or whatever. He must have just like spun out. When he spun out, he just hit the dirt and hit it real hard and had a real bad front impact. He said he impressed her or whatever. I don't really know how you impress a girl by crashing your car, I guess, but maybe things are different where he's from. Where I'm from, you pull off driving excellently and then you get the girls, but I mean, maybe not so much, but you know, whatever. Go ahead and rip this guy out. Rip this guy out. Oh shit, forgot to pull out the antifreeze. Oh well, no biggie. Oh damn, he's completely missing his intercooler. And we need a new radiator. Let's go back, go over here. Okay, that's going to be installed from up underneath the car. I don't think the fan housing was destroyed at all. Nope. Fan housing's good. Slide this alternator back in. Get the new serpentine belt. Oh, not me about to buy another radiator. Yeah, even if I did, I'd hold on to it until I needed it again for some other car that I'm sure I'd run into down the line. This roller pulley back in, and let's check to see what else we need. I know we need the two new tires. We bought the intercooler. We just have to put it in. So it looks like the tires and the intercooler is all that's left, and then on the body and the fluids. Alright, let's get this bad boy lifted back up. Put the intercooler back in. And then, oh yeah, where am I going to move the car to? Wow. Alright, that's back in. Now let's get these. I need 2 of these. I don't know what size for tires exactly yet. Man, what in the world am I doing? Let's get that back out of here. Back. Ram shop. Oh, damn, they're only 2s? What size were they, though? Let's check this. Ram GW500s. Does it say in the parts list, maybe? 19's ET0. 19's ET0. We need 2. Head and buy those. Get those out of here. Then we need sports tires. So go ahead and take that. Go back here. Search the shopping list. 235, 35, 19. 235, 35, 19. 235, 35, 19. We need 2. Cool G for those. Alright, let's go mount them and balance them. Install these bad boys on. Sweet. Rip that guy off. Come over here to the wheel balancer. Get all these guys in here. Ooh, we got a trophy. Sweet. Boom. 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 Alright, sweet. Got the tires. Go ahead and put these bad boys back on. I think we gave him a free tire because I don't think he really needed a new tire on the one side, but screw it. I'll help the guy out. Hook him up. Alright, that should be good for all of that. And now we fix body parts. Front bumper, fender, license plate. So both fenders, the hood. It's pretty much the entire front of the fucking car, pretty much. He trashed the entire front. It's completely trashed. Go ahead and rip off this hood. Rip off this fender. Rip the left side mirror off. Rip the windshield out. Alright. So we need this, 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 and this. Again, everything's going to be in black because we don't have a, so we don't need those. We need a windshield. Need a right side mirror, fender, the hood, right side headlight, front bumper, other headlight, other fender, and the other mirror. Again, since we don't have the body shop, everything's got to just be put on as black because we don't have the paint shop to be able to paint it for him. I know we need the license plate as well, the license plate holder, but we'll get that in a second. Let's check the list. Front license plate's all we need. Go back, plates, license plate standard, 1, plop that guy on there, and that's good. Now all we need is the fluid, change coolant fluid. We just have to add new because we dumped it all out on the ground. So we will give him new washer fluid, and then give him new coolant. And refill his oil because we had to take his oil pan out, and then he should be good. Go ahead and hook him up. Boom. Hopefully we should get some pretty good payment for this. I'm hoping. Right, now oil. should be good now. Let's see what we get for. Ooh, 11 G's. Nice. Awesome. That would definitely help us with this. See what our next story car is. Ooh. Alright. See what we got down the line of shit. Nah. Go ahead and pop this guy in here. Next story mission. Ooh, holy shit. Damn, this thing is trashed. I gotta read the story on this, because holy hell. What the hell did he do to it? Alright, let's go ahead and open this case too, since we have it here. Wow, that is trashed. An extra case, we love it. Extra money, we love to see it. Love to see it. Hopefully we'll get a couple of chests out of this, maybe. Barn location map. Some extra blue. Go ahead and add that on the map. We are going to go ahead and sell parts. Anything that is 75 and below will be sold. 869, not bad. We can sell these two because there's no use in hanging on to them. I know they might help save some money down the line, but we're not going to need it. Everything in our car is going to be brand spanking new off the line. Let's read what the absolute hell he's done to this. Hey, it's me, Johnny. Remember I visited you soon after you opened the shop. I see that business is good. I hope I can take partial credit for it. I was very satisfied with how quickly you work, and I thought you could use some advertising. Okay, going back to business, I have a terrible case here for you. Today I snapped it up cheap from some kid. He wasn't really aware of what he was driving and how much it was worth, but his lack of interest in the car is pretty obvious. Please take care of the bodywork and interior of this car. Needs it. While you're at it, check the clutch and suspension elements. I have doubts about them. What you have to do, but don't go overboard. It's supposed to work and look acceptable, but I don't want to go broke. I still want to make some money from it. I hope we're clear on that. See ya. Dog, with the amount of money or whatever that you're gonna need to put back into this freaking Skyline, dude, is gonna be crazy. Alright, well, we're gonna start off by giving this car a bath, because obviously it needs it. And then afterwards, guess we're gonna do ourselves the favor of ripping everything apart on it. And yeah, he said he didn't want to go broke, but yeah, that's not happening with this thing. I'll be lucky if I have enough money to repair the damn thing. Let's get this thing in here. We'll do this other story mode mission right here, and alright, let's guess we'll start with it. Start pulling everything off this thing, because this is I have a feeling this is going to be a full body rebuild. And I mean a full body rebuild. This thing is just looks like somebody took a big dookie on it. Alright. These side windows off. Hey, what's up, JB? How's it going, man? Go ahead and fix this. Man, he tore the Skyline all to shit. Good, man. Good to hear. We are currently rebuilding this, well, refixing the Skyline for this guy that's a story mode guy. He said he snatched it up from some kid that didn't know what he had, and he wants us to rebuild it, but without making him go broke. But as you can see, there's 2 pages of everything that is completely destroyed on this. Not to mention the body parts that are absolutely trashed, 2 pages of it. He wants to refill the new oil, change the brake, the coolant, and the power steering, and the washer fluid, but he doesn't want us to make him go broke, is what he said. The dude is totally screwed. I'm gonna go ahead and let him know that ahead of time. Because there's no way in hell that he's not gonna sink at least 20 grand into this car. No way in hell. 1% on a spark plug. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I would just rip the entire damn car apart at this point. Because I don't think there's really too much of anything that's going to be good on this car. The engine can't be started, so I can't check what's wrong with that there. Go ahead and check the tires. I think they're the only decently good things on it. Alright. The multimeter. I'm not going to be able to run a compression test because I can't start the car. More than likely because of all the destroyed electronical components in this thing. I'm just trying to get a basic outlook on stuff on... Alright, the battery's totally dead. I wonder if we'll be able to start it if we charge the battery really fast. To be able to run like a compression test and stuff on it. Alright. Get this guy off, get it back in, and let's see if we can actually start the car. Just to see. Ah, nice. We're able to at least start the car to see what we have as far as fuel components and stuff. Although they're probably going to have to be ripped out anyways, just because everything else is completely trashed on this car, so. We're just seeing what all we can get information-wise with this thing. Camshaft is completely shit on. Let's see what our list looks like now. So we got we got some stuff out of it, but not a whole lot. Damn. Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to do what we do best and rip everything apart in this entire car, pretty much. Figure out what's destroyed, what's not destroyed. What we can use, what we can't. Go ahead and pull all the fluids out of it. Save us the trouble later. So everything has to be refilled anyways. Let's get this thing lifted up, get the oil out of it. Hopefully, after we get this thing fixed, we'll have the money to fully rebuild this. I'm hoping. And have our first project car done and complete. I'm hoping. Damn, oil looks like shit. Alright. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Let's also go into discovery mode really fast and see what we can't find within anything. See if it pulls up anything else for us. Yeah, the throttle was completely shit on. I knew that much. I could see that from the top. Belt tensioner shit on. Head cover, the radiator fan, the coil cover, the serpentine belt. All that's trashed. That. See what suspension parts are trashed. I always try to do this when I have cars that come in that don't have any sort of, any information on them whatsoever. It at least helps out a whole lot when you do the discovery mode and then you run the diagnostic test and then so on and so forth. It helps out so much when you don't have any knowledge about a car that's coming in. help you with your list or whatever, so you can just go down through and replace it all at once instead of have to, well, I found this here, I found this here, I found this here. I have a feeling that most of these bushings are probably going to be shit. Rear axle, the bearing is shit. Probably going to find some stuff broken on this side as well. Brakes are probably trashed. Yep, rear drive axle and the bearing on that side is also trashed. Clutch is probably destroyed in this thing as well. Up here next to the transmission. Alright, got all that, got all that. Fuse box. It's not going to tell us anything. The air intake, though, it'll tell us if at least if the filter's bad. The filter's not bad either. It's good. Alright, let's check our list now. Let's see what we got as far as list-wise goes on this thing. Okay, that did help us quite a bit. Still have 3 things that are not discovered. In 9 chances out of 10, they're probably bushings of some sort. These guys or something like that. No, it might be the power steering pump, because I did not see that, and the oil filter. Let's go ahead and rip this guy off. Was it not in? Excuse me. Sorry. I might have another one. I feel it coming, but oh man. Okay, I think I'm good. That came out of nowhere. Wow. That was crazy. It just came out of nowhere and I was like, boom, sneeze. I know a majority of this stuff up here on top was already in our list, so I'm just kind of taking it off now. Go through and ooh, it might be spark plugs too. I can't remember what our spark plugs look like. That one's 68. That one's not horrible. That coil's ruined. So that spark plugs are ruined. Spark plugs ruined. Yeah, because we run the multimeter test on it, so it should have told us what all these were. Just going ahead and taking them all off or whatever, just so I can replace what needs to be replaced out of all of them. Spare us the trouble. He definitely said that he got it for a steal or whatever, but with all the neglected stuff that's wrong with this thing, man, he said he got it for a steal because he didn't know what he had, but apparently he didn't understand the extent of how bad this thing was tore up. He's definitely gonna probably put way more money into it than he initially thought, for sure. No way in hell he doesn't. 2 pages on both repair list. Oh man, he's in for it. Mechanical wise, he had 2 pages, and then bodywork wise, he had 2 pages. Let's go ahead and we'll rip this guy off. Dude completely trashed this car. Maybe it was the kid's project car or something like that, and he just lost interest in it or something, you know? Power steering pump, we can go ahead and rip out. We have all the fluids out of it. I'm going to go ahead and do myself the favor and pull off the timing cover too, just to check the components that are behind it and make sure there's nothing destroyed in there. Doesn't look like it. Let's check our list. Nice, we got everything. Alright, let's go ahead and go down the line of everything that needs to be fixed so we can go ahead and buy it, have it replaced, and then that's a lot of highlighted shit. So we're gonna have to obviously pull this off so we can pull the cam out. Always remember, kids, make sure you know how to retime your car after you pull belts and stuff off. Because in reality, if I would be doing this, I would have to be doing so much more than what I'm doing now. Oh, we forgot a cap. Hopefully we'll be able to pull it out like this. Nice. Ice, ice, baby. Da-na-na-na-na. We don't need license plates right now. We probably will eventually, but not right now. Let's get this guy back in. And we'll reverse build. My day's going not too bad. I just got back from vacation yesterday. I thought about doing a stream as soon as I got back, but I was just so completely drained that I did not have enough energy to stream yesterday. So I decided I was going to wait until today and pull off a little bit of a stream. Still have some stuff I have to do later on today, like I'm gonna be cleaning my house and stuff, taking care of that, and have to go over there and help my parents with something with their swimming pool. They're taking down their swimming pool and packing it up for the winter because they have one of those above ground pools. So they wanted me to come over and help with that. So probably help them out with that in the next, I don't know, 2 hours or so. I got a text message now. I better check and make sure it's not them. Yeah, it was her, but I don't have to show up. Not yet, at least. Slide that in there. I think the serpentine belt was ruined too. Yeah, thought so. I know everything should be blue highlighted, but there's so much that is highlighted that it's kind of confusing. I thought I already bought one of those, but I'll buy like a couple more just in case I need it. No, that was ruined. Put that guy back on. Then we'll go back to our list, and whatever we have fixed, we'll go ahead and pull what's fixed off so it's a little less confusing. Alright. Radiator fan was destroyed. We started out with 16,000 and we're already down to 14, so that's already $2,000 in parts alone that he's already got. I don't know how many spark plugs we have in warehouse. None. Awesome. We will go ahead and bulk buy those then. That's going to be electronics. We will go ahead and buy about 20 of those. And it's only $100. Crazy. But at least it'll save us a little while from having to buy. Go ahead and pop each one of these in. I know some of them didn't need to be replaced, but I'll go ahead and just give them the benefit of the doubt. Go ahead and replace them all. Saves me time. Have to be like, okay, we can put this one back in. We can put this one back in. Nope, that one's broken. I know we had like 2 or 3 of these that were destroyed. At least I think he did. It was funny, I have 48 subscribers and 48 videos. I know. There for a while, I was having, I was behind a little bit. I had like 2 or 3 more videos, and I was behind on subs. And then one video, I shot up about 3 subs and made it even again. Which, hey, is crazy to me. I mean, a sub a video, I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I might have to have 1,000 videos and 1,000 subs, but hey, if it gets us there, it gets us there. That's the way I look at it. More people, more fun, more streams. Now, Junior Nobody over there, he's got like 70 now. Dude's been killing it out here. I don't know what he's been doing over there on his streams, but people are loving him. So, more power to the guy. That's the way I look at it, at least. He's doing good, so. He's got way more videos than he does subs, though, I believe. I think he's got like 260 some videos and his 70 subs, I believe. He started YouTube like way, way, way before I did, though. I used to do a little bit of YouTubing or whatever, but I went totally the wrong way about doing it. Me and a buddy of mine, we used to record YouTube videos off of his phone or whatever. We'd set up his phone and face it towards the TV screen, and me and him would we used to play Xbox games together or whatever and post it to YouTube. But you have one video that's 16,566. That's crazy, dude. Congrats on that, though. Congrats. If I had something like that, I don't know what I would do, honestly. I mean, to be honest, I've never really blown up or went viral like that before. I know it all comes with time. YouTube's one of those things that take a lot of streamers a lot. Sometimes, streamers will, stream for years and never, get anywhere with it. Which, I mean, in a sense, if that happens to me, it happens. That's just the way it is, You only have 353. Hey, man, that's way more than I got, so you're close to, you're getting close to 500, man. You just got to keep streaming and, just don't stop, man. That's what I've heard from every big streamer or every big YouTuber is they're like, when I started out with nobody, and over the course of a couple of years' time, I took off and I grew because I never stopped even when I didn't have anybody watching. Oh, dude, I appreciate it. Thanks, man. I really do. I appreciate all the help that I can get, and whenever I see your videos or whatever, even if it's after you've already streamed them, I still try to pop in and watch some of them and take some time looking into them because, you're a really good streamer, man. Like I said, don't ever give up. Damn, I forgot that coil's got to be replaced. Damn it. Well, shit. That's fine. We will pull this all back off and we'll fix it. But yeah, dude, no, like I said, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the help I can get, getting more people in here and chatting it up with you guys. I know some people, some people do YouTube just because they want to, I don't know, they want to grow to some gigantic megastar and have millions of dollars. Would that be nice? Absolutely. I'm not going to say it wouldn't be. I could use some money myself, tight places, tight things, It happens to everybody, but, I don't do YouTube for the money. I do it to, get out there and talk to you guys and hang out with you guys, and that's why I do it. If I would happen to ever actually start making a little bit of money off of YouTube, would it be nice? Absolutely. It would help me and my girlfriend out a lot. But, as is such, we keep on going, whether we have multi-million dollars or not, That's just the kind of person I think I am, I have one video that has 489 views within 24 hours. Dude, that is crazy. Whatever you did those videos on, man, that's what I would be doing. Maybe that's your niche on YouTube. Um, I know they have like the YouTube algorithm and whatnot and all that, and you get more engagement on certain things. Car mechanics sim seems to be mine for some reason. I don't really know why. I couldn't tell you why, but it is. Apparently, a lot of people like when I play this game, so I keep on playing it and streaming it for you guys because you guys enjoy it. I know Dying Light's another pretty decent one that a couple of people like to watch me and Junior Nobody play, so we stream that for you guys too. I do have Farming Sim. I just haven't streamed it much. The last time I streamed it, I didn't really get too much engagement out of it for some reason. I was AFK on Train Sim World 5, sitting at the station watching trains. Is that what you were doing in that video? Maybe you're pulling a little bit of a rail banning algorithm. My speech today is horrible. Then again, I still think I might be a little bit jet lagged. I was very happy with that, and I cannot wait to move out to Florida. That is definitely going to be a crowning day for me whenever I get to move down there. Loved it down there. Loved being down there. The missus loved being down there. It's just finding a way to get all of our stuff adequately moved and find us a nice house or an apartment of some sort down there and just pulling the trigger on it, honestly. No, we need 2 wheel bearings. I don't know if I have extra of those. Oh, I do. I do. We need 2 of those, and I know I don't have any of those. I think the best part about the vacation was honestly just not having to work for a couple of days, because me and the missus, we definitely we're no strangers to work, man. We will work ourselves to death. We work a lot of overtime. We work just a lot in general, and you know, you have to call PlayStation support. Why? What's going on? Having an issue with your PlayStation? Sweet. We've gotten that total list down, and we're down to $13,000 out of 16. So $3,000 of that, we already have a total payment of $2,578. Now we need pretty much everything, to be honest. So we will just go down through and do ourselves the favor of buying everything for this thing. Headlight, front bumper, hood, fender, the other headlight, other fender, windshield. You've been stuck in a party for 11 hours? Jeez, man. I think I was having some issues with being in a party too there for a while, and I don't know exactly why. What's it say when you try to leave your party that you're in right now? Even though your system was off? Dang, man, that's crazy. So, by technical terms, it doesn't really seem to matter what you do. You know, you're stuck in your party for like ever. Wow, this is expensive. But yeah, no, man, that's crazy. stuck in a party for that long and you literally had your system and everything off. I guess the only way that you would technically be able to get around that would be you've been stuck in it since Wednesday. I guess the only technical. Have you tried to do a rebuild on it? Have you tried to go into like the system maintenance mode or whatever and do a rebuild database on it? See if it fixes it. Because I think I know they had a system update not too long ago, I believe, and then they had a controller update as well. So try that. Try to go into the system's maintenance mode and do a rebuild database on it and see if it clears your issue. License plate's all we got. Should have went. Oh, no, not the front bumper. Damn it. That would be my guess. That's what I would tell you to do and see if that works. Again, it might not work for you, and if it doesn't, you're definitely on the right track by going ahead and calling PlayStation support and seeing if they can't help you with it. I've tried to unplug it, and even unplugging it doesn't work for you. Does this guy not have a rear plate? Oh yeah, he does. I was about to say, that doesn't make any sense. Dang, even if you've unplugged it, I would have thought that would have cleared it, but try rebuilding the database. Just see if that works. Even if unplugging it didn't work, try rebuilding the database and seeing if it works. Would be my only guesstimate. Rebuilding the database also doesn't, it doesn't take away any of your data or anything else like that. So, it wouldn't mess up any of your games or anything. It's just like a system. The database re-updates itself, so it might save you from being in a party that way. But unplugging it definitely, I would have thought would have worked as well, but maybe not. That's crazy though that you're having that issue. I've never heard of that being an issue before. That's a new one. I just figured maybe telling you to rebuild the database or something like that would have saved you from having to sit there on a holding line or whatever for hours and hours on end waiting for them to give you an answer. So I know sometimes it can take a while when you, when you call them, it can take a while. And I've also heard of a lot of people doing a database rebuild, and it's fixed a lot of issues for them. So that's why I said to maybe try it, see what happens. The worst that can happen is it doesn't fix it, Then you got to call support and have them help you fix it, because they might have to go into your system by themselves. I got kicked out of a group and left the group chat, and that didn't work. Huh. That is really crazy, man. Like, really, really crazy. Let's see how much the payout. 22,000. Holy shit. Let's do it. Oh, fuel rail. We're missing the fuel rail. $22,000 is crazy. Good deal. We definitely got some money to work on this thing now. Let's come over here really fast. We have 4 points. I want to be... That cost 5, so we don't have enough money for that. Let's Let's work on some mounting stuff. I think that's only right. Then we'll come over here and do some movement. You know, just something to kind of help us out a little bit. I want to do a garage expansion for 10 grand, but I really want to put some money into that. All this takes garage expansion. 15 grand for the paint shop. Yeah, we're definitely going to hold off on that because I'll leave the car the color it is with the black. Shouldn't look too bad. But let's get an engine started on this guy. Even if we can't fully fix it, you know, see what we can't get out of it profit-wise. Because right now we are currently 2,700 deep and 2,700 in the hole for it. So all right, let's do this. Let's see what we want to swap it with. I'm thinking I want to swap it with a Cobra Jet, a V8 Ford Cobra Jet engine, because you can get a Hemi in it, a Hemi 426, 440 Magnum, a V8 Ford 302 small block. I think I want to go with a Cobra Jet 429 though. Have to look. Actually, we might need garage expansion to even be able to get that. Now that I think about it, let's go ahead and we'll buy garage expansion just to save ourselves the trouble. Because I know we're gonna need that. So that dropped us down 10 grand, which sucks. But we're gonna go down another 2 for engine repair tools. Actually, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to get all these just because it's going to save us the trouble. We're going to have to do a couple of small stuff because I have a feeling no way in hell are we going to be able to, or else I'm going to go warehouse just to save ourselves the trouble. Alright, let's go out here and let's fix these. Let's fix these two, the Supra and the GTR. Get these guys fixed. So at least we can get some money out of them. Good time of day. See what was wrong with this bad boy. Car cannot steer. Has a knock. Knocking big. Engine. Man, I am killing it today. I'm just butchering everything. Let's do this. Do I play on? Is that PS4? For some reason it's not showing me the full comment. If you're asking if I play on PS4, yes, I do have a PS4 and I do play occasionally. I haven't played on it recently. It's out in my living room right now, but yes, I do play on PS4. And if it was, do I play on PC? Yes, I do have a gaming PC. I don't stream on there just because I don't have the tools and whatnot to be able to stream on there. Plus, I'm not a very good PC gamer. I will go ahead and admit that wholeheartedly. I've been a console player pretty much my entire life. Like from the time that I started out with a PlayStation 2 and an Xbox 360. Oh man, those were the days. Don't even get me started on that. I miss PS2 games, man. Just coming home from school back in the day, firing up the PS2 or whatever, and be excited to play, you know, a game. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man, they don't make games like they used to. Some of the games back in PS2 days were just, oh man, you just had to be there. Now, do they make some good games for PS4 and PS5? Abso-freaking-lutely, they do. But nothing beats a PS2 game, in my opinion, because most of the times back in the PS2 days, you could go on there and you could play a campaign and it would take you, shit, you could play it constantly, day in and day out, and it could take you up to a week to, it could take you up to a full week to be able to complete just a normal campaign mode or whatever on a PS2. Nowadays, if you play any sort of PS4 to PS5 campaign or whatever, most games you can beat them in a day or two if you try hard enough. Now, getting trophies and finding, all of your other stuff, that does take a little bit more time, but generally, most of the time, you can fully complete a campaign on a PS4 or PS5 game now in a day or two. It's not really hard. Did you hear about PS5? It is. Hold on, I'm gonna actually join my live on my phone so I can read your full comments. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I was also texting back my mom. Alright, let me go to YouTube so I can pull up your full comments and whatnot. If I can join my own. I know sometimes before I was able to join my own videos, or I was able to watch my own videos, and there we go. Did you hear the PS5 is $700? Jeez, no. Ours over here aren't that expensive. Your favorite game to play on PS5 is Astro's Playroom. I actually have not. I haven't played on Astro's Playworld before, but tell me about it. What's it about? Damn, it is crazy. We have 48 subs, man. That is so crazy. I never would have thought I would have got up this far just by gaming myself. Here's our new toys. We got an engine stand, a repair table for body parts, another toolbox here, a brake lathe so we can fix brakes, repair table. Then in here we got our warehouse. Nice. Got another repair bench over here for parts. Nice. We got a engine hoist over there, it looks like. We have a barn, car salon. I know everything in the salon or whatever is going to be absolutely atrociously expensive. That's why I usually get the junkyard and the car auctions. It's always the... Oh, yeah, the PS Pro 5. Yeah, I heard about the Pro or whatever. I don't really know what they're thinking with that, because honestly, I don't really even see a need in that, Maybe it's just me, but I just don't see a need in buying the Pro when I have a perfectly fine PS5 here that works, for mostly everything. I mean, I know that I'm sure they're going to have some more features and stuff like that they're going to be able to give you and so on and so forth, but even then it's like people don't have the money to continuously keep buying platform after platform after platform. You know, Astro's Playroom teaches you about the PS5 controller. Oh, dude, that seems like that would be pretty cool. I mean, is it like, do you have to do something special or whatever? Like, is it like game modes that uses like certain features on the controller or whatever to help you like beat the game? That'd be crazy if so. Welcome in, whoever just joined. We're currently working on a Nissan Skyline R35 that's having a whole mess of issues, and we have to fix it with $9,000. Well, almost $10,000, but still have to fix it because we have spent a lot of money in new garage toys. We had like $23,000, and we literally spent most of it on new stuff. So PS5 Pro is like the PS4 Pro. Oh, I don't have a Pro on neither. I know I do have a friend that has a PS4 Pro, I believe. To be honest with it, to be totally brutally honest with you, his doesn't do a whole lot better than mine. Yeah, what up, man? But yeah, like I was saying, his doesn't do a whole lot more than mine does. Sometimes mine even outperforms his. So it's odd. I mean, I know he probably has a little bit clearer graphics and stuff than I do, but honestly, they do the same exact thing, and sometimes his still underperforms under mine. And I have just a normal, regular PS4 Slim. Just like now, I have a non-disc version PS5. Everything is digitalized with my PS5, and I went full digital for that reason, because I was always having a whole bunch of trouble with disc becoming scratched, or says watch the YouTuber Hollow, he played it. Oh, all right, definitely. I know I have to go in and join a buddy of mine's Discord. I've been meaning to join it, but I keep forgetting. Again, I am doing the best of what I can while I can, because my head is out of it sometimes. Oh, we need an alternator. Was that one of the... Yeah, I was about to say. Wanted to check to make sure that's not one of the issues that he has. He said he's got some more knocking from the engine bay. That's probably a con rod of some sort, or a camshaft issue, something of that sort. Try to look for some of these. Is all that in there? I did not see the head cover as being one of his issues, so that's probably is one of his issues. Didn't already do... Yeah, I already did that, so guess I'll have to discover it by ripping it apart. We're gonna go back to our list, go ahead and highlight all the stuff that is messed up with this guy. We still have to find one more part and two more running gear fault issues. Usually those are bearings of some sort. Transmission is not responsive. I think that's because the transmission was trashed, if I'm not mistaken. Or, yeah, the transmission was trashed. Back here, the transmission is in the rear of the R35s, and they also have two different drive shafts. They have one that runs the actual flywheel, and then they have another that has a transfer case, so it's down here. The R35 is a very crazy machine, very complex. When Nissan made this thing, they made it very difficult to work on. I have never personally worked on an R35. If only I would have. I would have probably been in heaven if I was able to have the chance to work on an R35. That's crazy. I have worked on a Maserati though. While I was working as an automotive tech, we had a Maserati Gran Turismo come in. I think it was like a 2014 Gran Turismo come in that needed an oil change, and I got to be the lucky guy on shift that got to be able to do that. So I did get to work on a Maserati, which was definitely a highlight for me. Um, Again, I'm a car guy of all. There's not too many cars that I dislike. I'm gonna be that guy, and I'm probably gonna get some controversy over this, but I do not like electric cars. I'm not a fan of them. Um, do I hate on them? No, not really. I don't hate on them because while I was in Florida, my one of my Ubers was in a Tesla. They are very comfortable inside, and they have some cool electronic features. Would I ever buy one myself? No, I wouldn't. But are they cool for somebody else that has a general use for it? Yeah, sure. I'd say that would be good for them. But in my personal opinion, I'm not a electric car kind of guy. Never have been. I like my loud noises and my vroom vrooms a little bit too much. I like beauties like this. The R35. I am a bit of a GTR JDM fanboy, I guess you could say, but also I love American Muscle too. I'm just a car guy, generally. Through and through, I'm a car guy. There's not really one thing that I fanboy one over the other, because like if I would see like an old 57 Chevy Bel Air or something like that, I would think that would be just as cool as seeing a brand new Lamborghini Aventador rolling right off the factory line. Again, I'm not very particular, I guess you would say, about cars. Like if you are like, oh, I drive a Ford Focus RS or something like that, and so doesn't like it because it's a Ford and they're a Chevy person, I'm like, well then, it's one thing to, in my opinion, it's one thing to appreciate, like, it's one thing to be a Ford guy or a Chevy guy or a Mazda guy or, so on and so forth. It's cool to have, like, your preferred brand, is what I'm going to say. It's cool to have your preferred brand, but don't hate on somebody else because they have something that that you don't like, because that's the way I look at it. Not everybody's going to have your cup of tea for a car build. Like I'm sure that I'm probably going to build, our project cars or whatever, and somebody else is going to be like, oh, black looks ugly on it. Why do you want to put black on it? Well, that's one of my favorite colors. I like black. So, I like lime green, or any green really. Green and black are my two favorite colors. So, I'm sure I'm going to probably build something in here that somebody's not going to necessarily like, or, it's not going to be their cup of tea. But again, I don't hate on other builds and stuff like that somebody else has just because it's not my cup of tea, I might not generally like the way they did something, but, if it's their pride and joy and they spent their hard-earned money on it and they actually built it themselves, I could appreciate that. That's just the kind of guy I am. If it was built, not bought, I'm all for it, man. If stancing the dog shit out of your car to where it drags its nuts on the ground everywhere it goes, hell, if you don't mind replacing splitters and front bumpers every other week, more power to you. That's the way I look at it. I might not generally enjoy that. That might not, I would never do that to my Genesis ever. But if somebody else likes that, then Hey, more power to you, bro. You did it on your own. You did it by yourself. You paid for the parts to have it put on. That's you, man. That's you. Again, would I ever do it? No, I wouldn't. But then again, I'm building a 200 mile an hour demon in the garage, so that's my goal for my Genesis is to make it hit 200 miles an hour. Can I do that if it stanced on its nuts? I mean, probably, yeah. I'm sure I probably could. Would it be practical? Hell no. If I'd hit a pothole at 200 miles an hour, I'm dead. It's gonna flip the car and everything. So I would rather not do that, but, who knows? Again, it's not my thing, but the car is getting built for 200 miles an hour, and that is my cup of tea. Speed is my cup of tea. So, whether you love him or hate him, I enjoyed some of the things that Paul Walker said while he was still alive. How he said, no car is built the same, and that if he could have a car for every day of the week, he would, because every car is built differently. No car is the same. And just the way that he said things with cars, it definitely made sense to me. So, I know some people don't like him, that's their prerogative again, but I definitely liked him. I love the Fast and Furious series. It was one of the things that got me geez Louise, $3,300 for that transmission. Good Lord. We'll be lucky if we have enough to rebuild this thing. Good time of day. But anyways, like I was saying, the Fast and Furious series was one of the things that got me into cars and so on and so forth. Same thing with the actual Cars movie from Disney. That was one of the things that got me into cars. So, that's just how it is. We just like cars. We like the cars that go boom. I'm gonna have to come back here, put these old bushings back in. I'm not trying to replace all the bushings in this car with something new. So we replaced the gearbox. A small rubber bushing was bad. Clutch release bearing is bad. The gearbox was bad, but we got that fixed. So we need gears keep slipping. Clutch release bearing, and it's probably a flywheel issue too. I don't want to replace that yet. Just rip the starter out. Take the flywheel cover off. Yep, the clutch pressure plate was bad. So the throwout bearing and the clutch pressure plate was bad. Damn, the flywheel isn't any better. Alright. Sweet. Let's put this all back together with what it needs. $500 some for the flywheel. It's a very expensive rebuild, which, not gonna lie, I kind of saw it being a bit of an expensive rebuild because it is a R35. So, I know in some cases in this game, if it's a high-end car, you will pay out the ass for parts for it. Doesn't matter if you have like percentages taken off and everything else, you will still pay an arm and a leg for a price on some of the high-end cars on this. All right, let's see what the list looks like now. Got the pressure plate taken care of. The gears keep slipping. That's good. So now we just have to find this small rubber bushing, the rocker arm, and the timing chain. All these issues. So all the issues that are highlighted now And she should be good. Let's see where that rubber bushing is. Go ahead and get it taken care of. It wasn't here in the... Oh, it was here in the back. We will fix this guy then. 75 should fix it. We need to get some more rubber bushings because we don't want to have to, per se, have to go back and everything has to be at least above 57% is what it says. So we don't want to replace anything with a bad one. Most of the time I would have full brand new bushings like this in bulk, but for some reason I don't have those in stock right now. I must have used them all. So small rubber bushing. I think everything else that needs to be fixed is all up front now. We have two brand new spring caps, but the old ones don't need to be replaced, so we're not gonna replace them. We'll use those for something else that we might need. It might have to go in our project car, so. Which I do promise that I will make sure we do something to it this stream. We will do something to it this stream. Positively. Because that's what I promised, and I'm not going to go back on what I promised. So we would definitely do something to it this stream. I'm hoping we can start rebuilding the engine. I'm hoping. It's at least what I want to do. He's got a good one and a bad one. I think he's got a bad drive shaft too back here. Not a bad drive shaft, a bad axle. My throat's getting dry, sorry. All the suspension parts that go in this thing is crazy. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy us a new set of bushings. I know we have a whole bunch of smalls, but we need big ones too. I'm gonna go ahead and buy about $100 or so worth of it. 15 should be fine. And then we will buy 20 of these regardless of price because we just need them. We go through these things a lot, so. Go ahead and put all these guys back in. 58 still above 57, so that's still better than what it says we needed to rebuild it in. The bearing, I'm going to go ahead and replace the bearing. The drive axle was at 57. I'm hoping that won't require a fix from us. We still have one part not discovered that we need to fix. That's going to be annoying as shit to find. I'm hoping it's just going to be another bushing or something like that. Just something dumb. So we get this rear end rebuilt. Put the rim back on. Still got some suspension parts that need to go back in. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just replace it with brand new bushings. Save ourselves the time. That's not everything that I needed back here, I don't think. Or is it? No, because there should be a spring platform over here like there is this one. And there's not. So something is missing that we need on here that's not on here. Come on. Gotta get it zoomed out to see what we are missing. See, because the spring and the platform is here, but... Oh, the bushing. We're missing the bushing. Then everything else will go back on. See, I knew I was missing something, I just didn't know what. Okay, I think that should be everything for the rear end, I believe. Now let's get up here. Besides the drive shafts, which I'm going to leave those out just in case I need to go in to fix something with those that require those to come off. I'll put them on towards the last couple of things we got to do. Oh yeah, I probably should have. I'm going to dump the oil and all the fluids in it just to save me from accidentally leaking anything. Still have one thing that we're missing in here that is broken that we don't know about, that we haven't found. Hopefully we will be able to find it, but might be this back here. Oh, that's part of the head cover. Might as well go ahead and rip it down, save us the trouble. This big ass intake manifold. For the twin turbskis. The dual Japanese snails. What's that under there? That's the rocker arm. It's got to be fixed. Alright, let's go ahead and start pulling these timing covers off, get the whole front part of the engine pulled off, so we can go down through and save ourselves the trouble. Lots of idler pulleys. Let's also go ahead and drain these in case we accidentally hit something or take something off that we didn't exactly mean to pull off and it ends up costing us. That shouldn't technically need to be drained, but I'm going to drain it anyways. So we might have to do that anyways. I can't exactly remember. This guy. Nice. Level 12. Okay, so the oil pan has to be pulled off of it too. That's another thing I've noticed with a lot of the new cars and stuff is you have to pull everything off of it in order to get to one thing, and it's like, bro, what the hell? This massive ass oil pan. Which in reality you would have to yank all this shit out in order to pull down just to get it off. And also I doubt very seriously, I'm sure there'd probably be some sort of service pan or something like that, or service sheet right here that would block all of this entire crank and all this. I'm sure you wouldn't be able to pull your oil pan straight down and just see all the whole crank, the all the pistons and the rod caps and the crankshaft bearings and everything else. I don't think you'd be able to see that if you pulled the oil pan directly off of an R35. I'm sure there'd be some sort of service pan or something like that here. The more you know. Because believe it or not, on my Genesis, if you pull the oil pan off, there's some sort of like service pan that goes up underneath the crank and stuff like that. So you have to pull that service pan off first. Holy shit, all the bolts in this damn faceplate right now is crazy. Ah, that was our issue. Timing chain shoe. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Still have one more thing that's knocking noises coming from engine bay. If anything, I might have to pull the damn whole engine apart just to find out what it might be. Might have to take a look at the underside of this thing. Might have to raise it up and take a look at the underside and see what we find. See if one of the caps down there isn't bad. Lots of rusted shitty bolts. All that looks good. The rocker arm down here is totally shit on, so I'm gonna have to pull the gears out, pull the timing chains off, take the first head off. Yes, I know that sounds weird, but GTRs have two sets of heads, really. So in a technicality, technically they have four sets of heads on them, technically speaking. Because they have this guy, the head that has the crankshaft and the caps for the crankshaft in it. And then the one below it is another technical head that holds the rocker arms. So, and by way of technicality, they have four sets of heads. Again, over-engineering of these things. I'd love to work on one, but I'd also hate to work on it, really. Just because the absolute sure pain in the ass it would be to have to work on this. The gaskets and everything else, because I'm sure there's probably gaskets in between there too. So there's the rocker arm out. Wish I could get damn rocker arms like that for $75. That'd be awesome. Okay, let's scratch that off. Oh, we found it. One of the timing chains was bad. Good deal. Everything else should be highlighted. Good deal. We can start replacing it now. Glad that we found what the issue was. Second set of rocker arms. Yeah, for some reason they don't call them rocker or they don't call them camshafts. They call them rocker arms. Technically, this thing has 6 sets of rocker arms. It has these two here, and this one's an actual camshaft. These are just 2 sets of rocker arms, so they have 4 sets of rockers and 2 camshafts, which is very, very, very confusing. Like, I'm sure timing this thing would be an absolute freaking nightmare. I'd want to sell the damn thing before I ever decided I wanted to retime it, which that's where your techs, your mechanics and your techs and everything come into play. That's where they get all their money from, is working on shit like this. Because you know damn well they're not charging you no piss money or whatever to be able to put this in. Or redo stuff like that. No way in hell. Shit, a timing chain job for this would be freaking atrocious, dude. I would hate to see what a timing chain job for a GTR R35 would be, because you got these 2 sets of timing chains here, and then you have the big timing chain as well, which is just too much for me to think about. I wouldn't even want to try that. Hell no. See, we could put the 66 one on there. I think that's what we'll do. We'll see if it works. Spark plug is good. Timing chain job B is good. Alright, sweet. Alright, let's keep on rebuilding her. See, because then you got this big ass timing chain here, and just 3 sets of timing chains to make sure that you don't screw up the timing. Man, just screw all of that. It doesn't even sound like fun. I mean, I know you have timing lights and stuff too, but, you know, it's like, holy shit, dude, I would never want to have to time one of these ever. Alright, put the timing cover back on. Engine faceplate, whatever you want to call it. Lots of screws for that, too. Making sure you have all the damn screws for the timing cover would be a pain in the ass, too. All these idler pulleys, making sure they're all in the right place. Each timing chain cover. That is why I like rebuilding this car on this game, though, is because there's so much into it. It's not just a easy, oh, well, screw it, you know. It's only got a couple of problems here and there, a couple of parts here and there. It's nothing. It's easy. You know, you actually work for what you're rebuilding when you rebuild the R35 in this game. Alternator's been replaced. Timing chain's been replaced. All we need is a serpentine belt, the engine cover, and ignition, a new air filter. We're almost there. We're rebuilding it. Almost done with this guy. Wonder what money we're gonna get from it for having to unscrew and rebuild all this shit. Boom. Get that. Oh, we already had another serpentine belt for it, but no biggie. It's whatever. Engine cover B, 75%. I know we needed a couple of ignition coils. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to keep playing, but my mom's giving me a call, so give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry. Um, well, we got a good, decent amount of money on that. Let's see. What did we have for... Alright, so, this is the new story, the new story mode car, but as you can see down there, it says spray it the factory color, and we can't do that because we don't and completely unhook my headset. Oh, a Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat wide body. A Silvia S15. A Pagani. We'll do a Pagani just for shits and giggles. Damn, this thing is clean. Whew. Exhaust on it's bad. We might be able to check to see if anything else is bad on it and then just rip it out. No, you gotta rip it out from higher. It's probably gonna be like a $1,000 to $2,000 exhaust fix. Accessible from the engine bay. Well, no shit, we're in the engine bay. Might have to rip the clamshell off before we can do that. Man, I'm gonna rip the clamshell off of it. Accessible from engine bay. That doesn't make any sense. The car is like literally already down on the ground. Like I can't get it. Accessible from engine bay. Do I maybe have to go up with it and... That's so weird. I am so confused. Usually when it says you can get it from engine bay, you can get it from like right here, but maybe you have to keep pulling the body parts off to be able to get it off. I'm so confused. It keeps saying access it from engine bay or whatever, but I'm at the engine bay level. I can't get it any further on the ground. I've tried it from all three areas and it doesn't let me get it from any of the areas whatsoever. Accessible from engine bay. That makes no freaking sense whatsoever. The car's on the ground. Hold on, guys. The mom's calling me back. Give me a second. Alright guys, so unfortunately I have to make a run over there to the family's house. I'm gonna do some research on this because this is confusing as hell. For some reason it's still saying access from engine bay. All this says access from engine bay, but we are in the engine bay, so I don't really exactly know how much closer to the engine bay that we can get. I mean, maybe take the back window off. Ah, there we go. It's taking the back window off. Well, we'll go ahead and fix this really fast and get it out of here, just to go ahead and do that anyways. And $2,000. I knew it was going to be expensive for that. We will go ahead and replace this and replace all the body parts that we took off. And we will get this guy out of here. Took all the parts and pieces off of it because I was confused as hell why it wasn't allowing me to. It's like, oh, access it from engine. I was like, bro, we've took the whole clamshell and everything else off the back. We can't get any closer to the engine than we're already at. At least now I might know from future experience that this is what it needed. Order is done. $3,000 for the payout. Not bad. But like I said, guys, I have got to run. So we will pick this up later, because I will stream again tonight before I get off. Before the end of the night, I will be back streaming again tonight, probably around 11ish or 12 Eastern Standard Time. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, and see you guys later.